These Nebraska Vietnam veterans are ready to take a trip. Sure, they'll fly to Washington, D.C. to see the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, but each one will also be taking their own trip, back in time, reliving memories of their service. Often painful memories they've tried to forget.
I will say there were a few times where, you feel that fear and you think, oh, is this going to be it?
Bill Cashell's Army Reserve Unit in Omaha was called to duty in 1968. The 172nd Transportation Company spent about a year moving supplies across Vietnam. When they returned home, many felt the brunt of an unpopular war.
At times, people would say, oh, were you in the service? And if you said yes, they'd say, oh, you must be a warmonger, you baby killer, or something like that.
That kind of homecoming wasn't unique to Cashell. Many of these veterans tell the same story, and an Omaha couple has been listening.
We want these men and one woman on this trip to be able to forgive themselves, if that's needed, and to feel the appreciation and thankfulness of a nation that they didn't have when they came home. That is just, it was so wrong.
Yvonne Williams and her husband Bill organized what's believed to be the largest group of veterans to visit the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. 654, all from Nebraska, flying to the nation's capital for one long day and too many thank yous to count.
1, 2, 3.
The veterans would spend the day at the monuments and memorials dedicated to those who fought for our country. They would feel the spray from the fountains at the World War II Memorial, stand beside those lifting the flag at Iwo Jima, and pay their respects to those who sacrificed all and now rest at Arlington Cemetery. At the Lincoln Memorial, Larry Fox's thoughts turned to his own service in Vietnam. His time there would change his life, and it all began with mail call.
I think every letter meant something to every guy,
The letters Larry looked forward to getting were from a friend named Lana.
His friend wrote me and said, Larry's over there, it might cheer him up if, you write him some letters. So I started writing letters, and he wrote me back.
Larry, who loved to draw, wrote letters, but spent just as much time decorating the envelopes with signs of the time.
Right on, Mr. Postman.
Somewhere in the middle of those letters, in the tie-dye envelopes, that friendship turned to love.
I adore you, Lana, and just can't wait till I can hold you again, doll.
And eventually, 43 years of marriage.
Burning, love is a burning something.
Probably, though, those letters, probably had a lot to do with it. I mean, if we would have grown apart when I was, when I was gone, and she didn't write to me and I didn't write to her, be a different story.
Like Larry, all of these veterans have their own stories. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall often brings them to the surface. The names of those who never returned home with their stories are etched in stone here. The veterans spend time searching through the more than 58,000 names for that one childhood friend or that soldier they fought beside. Seeing and touching that one name on the wall can be overwhelming.
It's just unreal. It just it takes your heart away from you, And so I don't know. It's quite the experience.
The wall feels like it's alive, like it's got its own energy, like there's some connection, like they're right here, you can feel them.
From his wheelchair, Dallas Puntney searches for the name of a high school friend.
He was my best friend back home.
And in the midst of the veterans on the wall and those crowding beside it, he finds something else he was looking for.
I've seen more warmth and sincereness today than I had in the 50 years since we came back. And it's healing.
As the veterans leave the memorial and Washington, D.C. behind, they arrive back in Nebraska, where an estimated 7,000 people turn out to give them a homecoming they'll never forget.
To see all these people, greet us and hug us and thank us for our service, that's what we never got before, and it just means so much.
Bill Williams has organized 11 of these flights for veterans from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. He understands the value of a thank you.
There's a lot of regret from people about the way they were treated. They just want to make it up to them. And to have them walk through the crowd and people patting them on the back and handing them a yellow rose and a small flag, and there is some real therapy here.
Therapy that hopefully leads to healing for Bill Cashell and all these Vietnam veterans.
And we were part of something bigger, and I think that's what really did us was, we're part of this country, and we're soldiers. That was it.